So now that takes me back to my military training. Well, I could say I was by conscription because I didn't intend to go to the army, but because I was convinced by the president by that time, I said it was in good faith, so I joined the army. So we went, I joined School of Infantry as a recruit, and we did that both in Jinja, Lubiri, Bamunanika, and then Kibamba. You see, 9 months of training under the supervision of Israeli military, training us, and a few British. But the Israelis were the main trainers of the Uganda army by that time. So, one night, when we were on an exercise in Kabamba, you know what happened? We were brought midnight to Kampala, from Kabamba to Kampala, for us to take our photographs at that, by night time, for passports to travel to the Soviet Union. We didn't know where we were going. So 32 of us were selected, and we went to Vistral Military Academy in the Soviet Union to do company commander's course, and at a higher level to do battalion commander's course, which took us 1 year and 2 months. After completion of our course, we came back to Uganda. And we had a joint military exercise in Kabamba, 1969, attended by the President of the Republic of Uganda. It was a wonderful joint services exercise. Air Force, tank, artillery, infantry, all there. And it was a beautiful performance. So, we became pending commission officers. We were not yet commissioned. We did it, and we were the commanders, fresh from Russia. And Obote was impressed with the exercise, particularly the Air Force and the infantry, where I was a platoon commander. So, after that one, well, the government was overthrown in 1971. I didn't have the privilege to enjoy my subaltern stage. Subaltern is the rank of a second lieutenant and a lieutenant, where you are expected to be very stubborn. You want every soldier to salute you because you are still new with your pips. You see? So I didn't enjoy that period because the coup came immediately after that. I was actually in the Massacre Brigade under the command of Tito Lotwa, Okelo Lotwa. He was a colonel by that time. So the coup got me there, 1971. Boy, it was not easy. Leaving Massacre, coming back home here, and to go back to my village, Baruganda Bala, in Agweng sub-county. It was hell. Good enough, Americans had their people in Uganda. They would send young men from the United States to come to Uganda and participate in different fields of development. Some of them were teachers, some of them were also in the army and social services. So I used to meet some of them in the Tropical Inn Hotel in the evening. Some of the young girls from the United States. So I took refuge in Aga Khan Secondary School. That's where I took refuge. I assisted teachers all called Baku. Baku comes from Bukedi. He was a teacher, senior secondary school. And next to him were living the two American girls who were also teaching in that school. And they were our friends. We would go together with them to the hotel and come home and so on. So I had to first of all, I wanted to take refuge at Bishop Dungu's home in Kitovu. But the bishop denied me. He denied me because Uganda was not a friend of UPC government. So he said, this is not a place for you. Find another place. So the next place I thought of was to go to that school. I went to school. I drove to school with my car. And I parked it in the teacher's garage. I lived there for about 2 weeks while monitoring how can I find my way back home. Good enough, my first wife, because we had a neighbor who was from Australia. She was a matron at Masaka training school, nurses training school. So she took charge of my family, put them on a bus, and they were safe. They came up home here. But I had to spend 2 weeks finding the way of going. So those guys were incidentally CIA. I didn't know they were. So they proposed to me. They said, you can go home. We can take you. First of all, you have a very, good physique. You look a student. So we will dress you in our uniform. Your badge and so on. And even if necessary, we'll give you the identity card of the school. So I said, fine, do it. And we will drive you. One of them said, I will drive you myself up to your village in your car. I said, God. So after 2 weeks, we took off at about 5 o'clock in the morning from Masaka, getting to Kampala early at about 7 something. And the girl said she was hungry. We need to go to the hotel for breakfast. I was so scared. He said, don't be scared. You are a student now. Let's go to Apollo Hotel. So I went. We had a very good breakfast. We started our journey coming. No roadblocks until we got to Karuma. When we got to Karuma, boy, when I say this, I say with tears in my eyes. I found the soldiers who were brought from Morocco. From Karamoja. The soldiers who were brought from the Air Force, Gulu, were being slaughtered on the bridge, and their body dropped in the river. My boy, the girl who was driving me, I saw the color of that woman changing into almost green. You could see her nerves. And she was so... But because she was white, in the Alamin's time, he was not bothered about the white people. By that time, he was in good terms with Britain, good terms with America, and good terms with the West, and Israel as well. So, they said, I'm taking my student for a holiday home. I was never asked. So when we reached Kambini, she said, do you think we can get beer here? I said, yes. A cold one? I said, yes. So she said, go and bring me. So I bought her 2 bottles. She drank it within 15 minutes. And then finally she said, oh. She broke down. And she asked me whether I could now drive up to them. I said yes. From Kamdeni, no problem. And I asked her, I said, but if they stop us at the roadblock, and they ask a student driving a car, I said, yes, that's my student. I got carried. We drove without meeting any roadblock on the road. The moment I reached Lira here, that was the day they were doing mopping up operations for the soldiers who were on leave to be rounded up and to be taken to Karuma. Unfortunately, Lieutenant Abak, an architect who had his studies in Nairobi University, was one of the officers who was taken in that mopping up operation. That was a sad thing which remains in my mind. But we went to a rest house. You know where the soldiers are these days? Here in the barracks. It was a rest house and meant for the colonial officials who were visiting Lira and so on. It was so good with chefs from, most of them were from Kenya. So we went and stayed there. And the following morning he said, yes, I must go. I said, yes, I'm going to take you to the bus park and you will get to Kampala and get to no problem. So I brought her very early in the morning, put her in the bus. There was an express bus which left here at about 6 exactly in the morning. So that bus will leave here and stop at Masindi. Then from Masindi it continues right up to Kawempe. Stops at Kawempe and eventually to UTC bus park. So that's how she got back. And when she was departed, she said, good luck, God willing, we might meet. I said, I want to thank God to give you the heart to bring me home. It was a very, I think, I feel sentimental about it. A departure of friends who are saying, I may never see you again. That was the beginning of my hardship. I got home. I drove home. My home was 28 kilometers from town here. I went sub-county. After only a few days at home, the soldiers came for me. But good enough, I knew they would come. I had taken my car to hide at my brother's home, which was, I think, about half a kilometer from our home, which is near the road. So when they came, my father was a soldier, as I told you at the beginning. They came and stopped somewhere, but my father heard the sound of the vehicle they came with. So very early in the morning, at about 5, he went to check this car which stopped and never went anywhere else, never started the engine. What might have happened? So he came and found the Land Rover, 2 Land Rovers, parked. And they asked him, Ray, how are you? They said, I'm fine. We are looking for the home of Temteo Gwal. That was the information they got from somebody who was looking for me, yes. And my father was a very intelligent, old King's African rifle serviceman. He told them, I'm new here, I'm looking for my cows. They got lost. I don't know this place very well, so I don't know his home. So he went back quietly and told me, get out of the house. Go away. These people are coming. When the sun will begin to rise, they are going to come. So I got up. I went and lived behind my brother's house. They came. First of all, they didn't know where they were coming. So they would go up, come back, go up, come back, and they had to make something. So they went to the shop. It was a trading center, sort of. So I went to one man's shop. We found him opening his shop. They threatened me and said, "We are going to kill you if you don't show us 10 one." So the man was not. You know, those days people had never seen guns. Guns were very rare to be seen in the villages. Soldiers were not taking guns like they are taking these days. It is now a walking stick. Those days you wouldn't walk with a rifle if you are alone and you are a soldier. No way. So eventually he led them to my home. Good enough, my wife had also left. She was supposed to take my brother to hospital. And she had left. And she was waiting for the bus on the main street. So what happened? They looted the home. Clean. And while they were looking for that one, they found my wife. So they said, "Hey, that girl we found standing on the road looking for the Nene." So when they came, the woman saw them from a distance. But my brother could not run anymore. He was so sick, he couldn't run. So what happened? The girl took off. The husband said, "My home is a home where many people come. If you want the safety of your brother's son, take him somewhere else, not here." She started crying there. We could hear from where we were. "Oh, my brother's son, oh, my brother's son, oh, nobody wants him anymore." She came back to us and said, "Don't worry. We will continue." I had put on shorts now, and this Pulani, this is what they call Apuruyeng. This is a nightail dress, but made into vest. Yeah. So there it was. We had to continue.